everyone! Happy Monday! It's time for your Archeia Guidance Angel Cards weekly reading. My name is Kelly Flanagan and I'm author of Archeia Guidance, Inspirations from the Feminine Aspects of the Archangels. And my amazing partner, the intuitive artist Courtney Nutter, she and I created a deck of angel cards for you. And you can get your own deck of angel cards on our website, which is archeiguidance.com. There's a link up for you in the bio section on Instagram, and the link is in the comment section on Facebook. So go there to find out more about the Archeiai, who are the female archangels. Most people know them in their masculine form. They also have a feminine side known as the Archeiai. So go check that out. And what I like to do for your weekly reading is I just shuffle the cards until I'm guided to stop. And then I will pull 3 cards for the week. One for the beginning, one for the middle, and one for the end. And it's all done through the law of attraction, the power of intention, so there are no mistakes. And I am checking on the connection on Instagram. It keeps saying it's pausing it, so I hope you're still here, listening, watching as we pull 3 cards for the week. There are no mistakes. It's all divinely guided. And then we will be having an angel party today where I will be pulling cards for you. So please stay tuned for that. Stick around for our angel party following our weekly reading. But first, let's find out what messages the Archeia have for us all this week. First card we have is Archeia Shekinah. She is the angel of patience. And she wants us to understand that everything happens at the perfect time. When you're ready, when you're ready. When the time is right and when you're ready. And if you're not getting answers, or you're not seeing results, then it's not time. It's not time. It's not time for you to know. It's not time for any action to take place. It will unfold exactly how it's supposed to, when it's supposed to. That's what perfect timing means. And because God and the angels are in charge of the timing, I used to have someone tell me, it's all done in God's time, not Kelly's time. And I was like, well, what's wrong with Kelly's time? Kelly wants it right now. But it's always done in God's perfect timing, and that's why it's perfect, is because God knows when it's time. And we may think we know, or we may think we're ready, but sometimes things have to take place before the time is right. And when you can look at it that way, instead of getting frustrated when you're not getting the answers that you need, or things are not happening quick enough, you can, understanding that it all happens in divine time, it all happens at the perfect time, can help you to relax and sit back, take a breath, and enjoy the present moment. Go with the flow. Go with the flow. And understand that everything happens when it's supposed to and how it's supposed to. That's always that's always, and sometimes you can't, she's saying, sometimes you won't understand the timing of things until after the fact. And that's okay. You don't have to know beforehand. You don't have to know beforehand. She's also saying, always the best analogy for this is always nature. And especially, it's springtime right now. It's springtime. And so, all the flowers are starting to bloom. And sometimes they all bloom at the same time. Sometimes they bloom at different times. But everything happens perfectly. And every flower is perfect. So when you understand it in that way, you don't have to know the how beforehand. You just know that it's going to be perfect and beautiful when it does happen, right? I mean, that's like the best analogy for perfect timing is, watching a flower bloom and the different stages of the blooming. And it's a process. It's a process. And we are a part of nature, so we are part of that too. We are a part of that process. So looking at things that way, looking at how things unfold, looking at how we evolve, you can see that it's a process. And the more you allow the process to take place instead of being frustrated by it or not understanding, that just that makes the process more difficult for you. And it's not supposed to be difficult. It's supposed to be easy. And everything in nature is easy. It's easy. It happens almost magically. It's like magic. When one day you see the flower bud and the next day you see it, in full bloom. It's like magic. And we are that too. We are that too. We are part of that magic. So when you look at God's timing as magic, you'll be able to see the perfection in it, the beauty in it. And it makes it actually makes your life a lot easier. It makes your life a lot easier because you're not having to force anything or push anything or make anything happen. It's a process, so it just happens naturally and magically. She says, your time here on earth is for your spiritual growth, and it does not happen all at once. The beauty of it all is that it unfolds little by little. Like a flower, you are blooming. It is a process, and everything happens in the perfect time for your best and highest good. Such a great reminder, and such a great example of that is watching nature, and especially this time of year, in the springtime, watching all the flowers bloom. You get to see that magic in action. And it may take us longer than it takes a flower to bloom, but it's no different, and it's no less magical. So we are part of that magic. So allow the process to happen, and allow God and the angels to work their divine timing in your life. It'll make your life a lot easier. Oh, and then we have Archeia Magdalena coming in again. She's been coming in this whole month, and she wants you to forgive yourself. So that's part of the magic too, is being able to forgive yourself for not trusting the process, for not, so you can look back and see how you may have tried to force things to happen or push and, you know, make it all work out the way that you think it should work out, and when you think it should work out. You can look back on your life and see that happening, but that doesn't mean that God and the angels are not still working things out in your favor. It just means that you didn't understand. You didn't understand. And that's what making a mistake is all about, is that you gain understanding from it. That's part of the process, is being able to make the mistakes and understand that that you are part of the process. And so that when you have that understanding, you can have more love and compassion for yourself. Instead of beating yourself up for not understanding and trying to force things and push things and make things happen, you can take a deep breath and say, you know what, I didn't know. I didn't know that that was going to not work out for the best and highest good because I was in there trying to make it and force it to happen. And it gives you that experience. You get that experience. That experience is what helps you to understand, and it helps you to have more love and compassion for yourself. And that love and compassion is necessary, and it's needed for you to be able to grow and for you to be able to see the magic happening in your life, in the process. The magic in the process. And part of that process is forgiving yourself. Forgiving yourself. Practicing forgiveness is one of the highest spiritual tools and most needed spiritual tools in your toolbox. And being able to understand that you are growing, you are learning and growing, and making mistakes is part of that process. It doesn't define you. Those mistakes don't define you. They point you in the way that you need to go, the way you need to grow, the way you need to unfold, the way you need to bloom, and you forgive yourself because you didn't know. And then when you do know, when you figure it out through the mistakes that you've made, you forgive yourself because you've learned. And sometimes you have to make the same mistake over and over and over again until you finally decide to make a different choice. And I'm reminded of that story where, you know, someone's walking down a road and there's a big hole in the road and they fall in the hole and they, you know, can't get out. And someone comes along and helps them out. And then they go down the road again and they see the hole, but this time they go around the hole. So they learned, you know, that there's a hole there and not to fall in. But the next time they need to go, they decide not to even take that road because it's got the hole. So they take a totally different road to get there. So that's part of the learning process. You learn. And so even if you make the same mistake, you'll handle it differently each time, to the point where you won't make the mistake anymore. But in order to do that, you have to be able to forgive yourself for falling in the hole in the first place. So, Archeia Magdalena, the angel of mercy, wants you to forgive yourself. You are doing the best that you can with the knowledge and experience that you have in this moment in time. Your best changes from moment to moment since you are continually growing and continually learning. There is no need for self-judgment. Forgive yourself for yesterday. Simply learn from it and continue to do your best today. She says simply, and I know sometimes it's easier said than done. It's sometimes very much easier said than done. But Archeia Magdalena, the angel of mercy, wants you to have that love and compassion for yourself and learn to forgive yourself and understand that any mistakes you make are there to help you learn and grow. To bloom. We're talking about blooming this week. And then we have Archeia Mikaela. She is the angel of faith, and she wants you to know that God and the angels are always with you, always helping you, always supporting you, always guiding you. They're always there. They're always there. So you can trust the process. And that's what this week is about, is trusting that process. Understanding that it's a process. Understanding that to forgive yourself for not trusting the process and for not understanding the process, not understanding that you are part of the process, and trusting that God and the angels are guiding you, helping you, showing you the way. Showing you the way. And they're with you. They're with you every step of the way. And the more that you understand that, the more you can see how they are working with you in your life. And the more you can trust them to help you. That's part of the process too, is seeing how they are working miracles and working magic in your life. And the more you see that, the more you can rely on that. The more you can allow them to work their miracles and work their magic. Because that's what we're supposed to do. That's what we're supposed to do. We are supposed to live our lives with them. With our spirit team. They're helping us every step of the way. And the more you understand that, the more you will see how they work in your life. And the more you will be able to let them help you. Because that's what they're here to do. That's what they're here to do. And they want to. They want to. You don't have to feel like you're a burden on them. That's their job. Their job is to help you. They didn't just, throw you to the wolves. They didn't. They're here helping you every step of the way. And understanding that it's a process and that everything happens at the perfect time, and that they are guiding you and helping you along the way will help you to trust the process even more. There's Tiffany. Hi, Tiffany. Thank you for joining us for our weekly reading. I just pulled the third card for the week, and we will be having our angel party today, so if you'd like to join us for that, please stay tuned and I'll be pulling cards for you today. So you may need to refresh your may need to refresh your live feed to tune in to the angel party, but we will be having that here shortly. So the third card we got today was Archeia Mikaela. She says, call on me to increase your faith in yourself, humanity, God, and the process of life itself. I am here to help you remember that you are surrounded and protected at all times. Just as the sun rises and sets, I am constant and unwavering in my devotion to you. You are safe and loved. They are here for us. We have to ask. We absolutely have to ask for their help. That's the caveat, because they are bound by the law of free will, and the law of free will states that they have to be asked to be able to come in and help us. But that doesn't mean that they're not loving us and guiding us along the way. They're absolutely always, always, always with us, loving us and supporting us. But when you want specific help, you have to ask. And Archeia Mikaela, the angel of faith, will help you to increase your faith in God and the angels and their help for you and their love for you and their devotion to you. And they are helping you grow and learn and to become the highest and best version of yourself that you came here to be. They're loving you and supporting you along the way. So that is such a great message for this week. It's a process. It's a process. So I'm thinking of, isn't there a song about that? There's a song, and it's from the Lion King movie. And they play it when, not Mufasa, what was the lion cub's name? Simba. Was his name Simba? When he's growing. Is it the Huna Makata song? It might be the Huna Makata song. And for some reason, I don't know the words to it, but for some reason I'm getting that means life is a process, and you learn and you grow and you make mistakes, and they're in the past. Just like that Rafiki, the monkey, was talking to Simba, and he hits him over the head with his stick, and then the second time, he moves his head because he learned his lesson. So that's a great analogy for what this week's message is. It's all a process. The first card we got is Archeia Shekinah, the angel of patience. No worries for the rest of your days. Yeah. Hakuna Matata. Yeah. Yes. So she reminds us that everything happens at the perfect time, when the time is right and when you're ready. And it won't happen before then. So you can relax. You don't have to push and force and make things happen. You can allow them to happen. And you can see the magic happening in your life on a daily basis. And the analogy for that is nature. Seeing how the flowers bloom in springtime. You can't force them to bloom. You can't make them. You can't push them. You can't shout at them to bloom, 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 now, now, now. And such is your life. You can't force things to happen either before it's time. And God and the angels know when the time is right and when you're ready. And then Archeia Magdalena comes in, wanting you to forgive yourself for trying to force it and trying to push it and trying to make things happen before the time is right and you are ready. And for understanding that that's how you learn and grow, by making those mistakes. just like Simba was learning to dodge that stick when Rafiki boinked him on the head with it. You forgive yourself for the mistakes that you've made, and you learn from them, and you grow from them. And I know it's easier said than done, but the more you practice, and forgiveness is a daily practice, the easier it gets. And you start having more love and compassion for yourself, and then you let go of the judgment and the criticism, and you have that understanding of why and how, and you learn from it, and you know what to do. So Archeia Magdalena, the angel of mercy, helps you to practice forgiveness. And then Archeia Mikaela coming in, reminding you that it's all a process, and it's all a spiritual journey. They are with you, guiding you, supporting you, helping you along the way. And the more you listen, the more you understand, the more you learn from your lessons, the more you will have faith that God and the angels are with you every step of the way, and they will help you to learn and grow and evolve and become the best and highest version of yourself. So trust the process. Trust God and the angels. Ask for their help. And if you don't have the patience, and if you don't trust the process, that's when you call on them even more. That's when you ask, that's when you pray even more for their help. Instead of worrying or fretting or instead of trying to understand, you just pray for their guidance. And the more you do that, the more they will be there helping you. The more evidence you will see, the more you'll be able to trust those messages that you're receiving. And Archeia Mikaela, the angel of faith, will help you to do that. Such a great message for this week. Thank you all so much for being here today. Be sure to stay tuned for our angel party, where I will be pulling cards for you today. So stay tuned for that. Check out our website, archeia.guidance.com, and you can get your own deck of angel cards. You can book a personal reading with me as well if you would like more in-depth messages from the Archeiai. And we also have our Chakra Sirens energy healing cards. We will be pulling cards from this deck today as well. You will need to go to our Chakra Sirens energy healing page for that Chakra Siren soiree, and I'll be pulling cards from our energy healing cards. This week we are focusing, of course, on our crown chakra and staying connected to God and the angels. And we have a divine connection with them, and understanding how their divine connection works in our life. And we will be working on crown chakra healing this week in our energy healing circle. So join us there on Facebook. She says, when I am near the ocean, I feel the magic of the universe. And that was the word of the day, magic. Seeing how God and the angels work magic in your life. And being connected to your crown chakra opens you up to more magic. So we will be working on that this week. So please join us in our energy healing circle. And please stay tuned. I'll be pulling cards first from the Archeia Guidance Angel card deck. We'll be doing that next, and then we'll be pulling cards from the Chakra Sirens Energy Healing deck today as well. So please stay tuned. I'll be right back. Bye.